When you see drummers going crazy in drum sheds, drum solos, there's something you would always see. What's the common thing from those videos? Crazy hand movements is what you would say, right? These things impress people a lot, musicians and non-musicians alike. And the shocking thing about crossovers, that's what they are called, is that they are mostly a means to exaggerate basic things, yes, simple things, to just make them more catchy or more appealing to the eyes. And yeah, I'm going to be proving what I just said, and I'm going to be teaching you guys a lot of crossovers today. So let's get right into the video. Now, the first crossover we're going to be learning is this. And by the way, whenever you want to do crossovers, one thing you should take note of is how your hands are moving. Now, in crossovers, most times, there are exceptions, but most times your left hand goes beneath your right hand. So you're having motions like this, or your left hand is going beneath your right hand is staying on top. There are cases where there are going to be exceptions. If we're going to cover anything like that today, I'll specify, but most times we just have this. So the first crossover we're doing is from the hi-hat to the floor tom. We're playing hi-hat backs, something like this. You get? So hi-hat to floor tom, but it's basically single stroke rolls as triplets. Now, to prove the reason why I said it's a means to exaggerate things, if I was to play this same crossover stuff as a basic stuff, it's going to be something like this. What we have to do So you see, we can go the easy route, or we can go this route, which is definitely going to, be more impressive and still help out with flexibility. Now, the next crossover we're working on, I saw something a few days ago from Tyvon Rice, and what he played was very nice. I think that's a way to still play the same thing I played, but lets you play it faster than the normal way. And I'm still working on it actually. I don't think I've practiced it more than once or twice. So it sounds something like this. Wow, I didn't expect to get it because I've not actually practiced it that much. But I left the stickings on the screen so you can see. Take it very slowly. It can be tricky in the mind, but take it very gradually. And it's a very nice thing you can actually do. Now, the next one is this one I saw from Marcus Hassan. And you might not really say it's a crossover, but it has those motions. So I classify it as the same thing. So here's how it sounds. So that stuff is a very nice thing. What he was doing there, quite basic. But then when you try to speed it up, it begins to sound and it begins to get a little bit difficult. So when you're going back, you go with your left hand. When you're going forward, you go with your right hand. So now, one of my favorite things I do with the crossovers, this is the single paradiddle. There are so many ways you can use the single paradiddle to do crossovers, and I'm going to show you, I think, 3 of them. The first one, a very basic way, we just have the accents as hi-hat backs, and then we just I'll show you what that is shortly. So in cases like this is where I always tell drummers to work on their weaker hand for the floor tom, because you'll be doing doubles on your floor tom in this case. You see, so you have to work on your weaker hand to be able to get the. And just for the fun of this thing, you can also add a double paradiddle. You know your double paradiddle. So we have. So let's put it together. We can have something like this. Let's try that one more time. See, so very nice stuff. Don't paradiddle. Let me explain how that one sounds slowly. So moving on to the next thing we can still do with the single paradiddle. Now, you know there's something that's called the 1 EN counting system. So we have 1 EN at 2 EN at 3. So we can always try to start the single paradiddle on the E. Or any part, anyone you want to. You can choose to start on the R, on the N, anyone you want to. They will all sound beautiful. But I think the E just comes a little bit natural sometimes. Any of them sound beautiful, trust me. But let's work with the E for now. You can practice the other ones on your own. So we have 1 EN, that 2 EN, that 3 EN, that 4 EN. So instead of having 1 EN, that 2 EN, so we're going to have 1 EN, that 2 EN, that 3 EN, that 4 EN. So we're displacing, instead of starting from the first one, we're starting from the second. Do you get? So what you can do here now is do the same thing we do with the single paradiddle, but now take it around the drums and do some crazy stuff. So you hear me use this one a lot. If you've ever seen, I don't know if I've ever posted the video where I was playing it, but I do this one a lot when I'm playing something like, let's say, rock, a rock groove. See how I apply it. You get? I know I started a little bit off, but it's still the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 in the 3 in the 3 in the 5 in the. Or normal African praise. So you can see that crossovers are not limited to just your hi-hat. You can play crossovers on the hi-hat. You can play it with your stack cymbal. Anything that just lets you have, just wild motions. Trust me, they will always wow the people. And trust me, it's also a very good way to build flexibility around the drums. Now to the nasty way of applying the single paradiddle as a crossover. This is one I think I love the most. I've taught it before, but this is how it sounds like, in case you didn't see that video. Make it faster. So what was I doing there? Single paradiddle. Right, left, left, right, left. But then I had kicks in between, double kicks, so 10 notes. Now, if you remember that single paradiddle stuff I was talking about, the double paradiddle, there's something else you can actually add to that one and makes it very nice if you're going around it. Sounds something like this. Let me try to speed it up. Oh my god. What we're doing in that last part is it's a 5-note pattern. So actually single stroke row. Just the accent is what makes it sound somehow. So from single paradiddle to doubles. So let's go around it. So don't miss those hi-hat backs. They make it sound very nice. Do you get? And when I keep saying hi-hat backs, what I mean by hi-hat backs is those, instead of just hitting your hi-hat as, opening it while you're still hitting it. That's a hi-hat back. Now, one more thing you can do with your crossovers, something like the single paradiddle, we can choose to, while playing, mess around, with displacement. We'll start from the from playing on the 1 to the E or the N, and anyone will feel like. Let me try something like that. So I have a lot more crossover ideas, but in the meantime, just work on the ones I've given you guys in today's video. And let me know which of these crossovers was your favorite in the comment section. And I'll see you guys in the very next video. Peace.